Hi everyone, my name is Gautam and I will be speaking around the idea of brain-machine interfaces, what they represent and how can we interpret the changes if they happen. You have the power to change the world. Now it may sound cliche at first, but deep inside every one of us has the most powerful device known to man, an idea. An idea can actually rewrite our future, the same way Steve Jobs has done in the past, or Elon Musk is doing now. However, communication is the key when it comes to ideas. That is, an idea is powerless if not enacted and communicated to the world. The other way around, if we communicate an idea that resonates, or if simply put, if we had the ability to make sure people understand our ideas, change will happen, and it might be easier then for us to change the world. Speaking of communication, over the last thousands of years, we have evolved from merely communicating through signs to being a multilingual species. Letters and mail to emails and quick snaps at your fingertips. But again, we must ask, what's next? Just 100 years back, could anyone had imagined that today we will have a brick in hand that will enable us to communicate face to face over thousands of miles within seconds? Well, in time someone did. Today, however, we must ask, are smartphones even necessary in communication? Our collective growth has taught us we are only as intelligent as the problems we face. If the next problem is increasing the bandwidth and latency of communication, can the ancient concept of telepathy be actually brought to life? One such startup, Neuralink by Elon Musk, is working towards making this happen through implantable brain-machine interfaces. The company, in objective, intends to add a tertiary level of digital superintelligence over the primary limbic system and secondary cortex. Now, I always have been intrigued by the concept of maximizing the unrealized brain potential. In fact, I'm fortunate to be working with Dr. Chanaka and Health Science Center at Texas Tech on a self-developed patented neurofeedback application that is called Notion that intends to harness the brain signals toward a positive reinforcement with artificial intelligence to treat obesity, depression, and other psychological irregularities. Now, just the other day, I had the honor to discuss with Dr. Bissons about her research how virtual reality and gaming is enabling our brains to see ourselves from a third person perspective in dreams, which brings me to my point. Our brain actually adapts new environments over time, the same way it has done over thousands of years to keep us at the top level of ecosystem. A brain-machine interface like Neuralink can be just another step in evolution, but we must ask what exactly it represents. Surprisingly, it represents a lot more than just reducing communication latency. It represents a big milestone in spaces of medical advancements in merging tech and biology. We will be able to alleviate the human suffering, hopefully. It might be useful someday in treatment of psychological disorders like autism and depression. It will help us understand the black box of consciousness and intelligence that we still don't entirely understand. We always have the new possibilities in augmented body, mind, and virtual reality. And again, the conceptual and consensual telepathic communication, that is, instead of one-dimensional vector of words, the way we communicate at this point, we might someday be able to communicate with mind maps, pictures, or ideas while vastly improving communication latency. And finally, a far-fetched hypothetical Black Mirror concept, storing memories in virtual world. We may finally become immortal. A technological leap, likewise, always has some deep interpretations. Attributing the recent advancements in artificial intelligence, we can safely argue that humanity is still far from being completely evolved, as every passing moment, new data and information is challenging our preconceived traditional beliefs into what's possible. Evolution doesn't select at the level of an organism, it actually selects at the level of whole environments, whole ecosystems. Many experts in the field of artificial intelligence have expressed an imminent existential threat in long term, attributing the improvements in artificial intelligence. Technologies like Neuralink, give us optimism to merge and ride the wave of improving AI systems instead of fearing them. The recent growth in artificial intelligence has enabled us to think beyond the nature of universe as we uncover evidence that conflict with our previous notions. Maybe a theory exists, like the theory of relativity, that answered every behavior in nature around us until we stumbled upon the quantum world, or maybe we never quite understood the nature in the first place. Thank you.